all for coming. Welcome to Comics for Parkland. Appreciate you all being here. Is working? Yeah. I'm your host, Mitch Silver. Very nice to see you all here. Thank you for coming. So I was down in Parkland a few days ago, and I went to the From Broadway with Love benefit, and it was very moving. I was surrounded by students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, their parents, stars from Broadway, and they just had a blast. Those kids were on stage. They said, you know, there's a time to fight, and we're fighting, but there's also, you can take time to laugh, have fun, and live. Because these are children, they had a great time. They give us permission to have this show, that type of thing. So we're going to have a night of laughter. How's that sound, everybody? We've got some of the best comics that I know in Florida, in the country, really. They're fantastic. And I was really inspired to put the show together by Emma Gonzalez. And first thing I did, I'm inspired to just do something, not be actively doing nothing anymore. So the first thing I did was I got off my butt, I got into the car, I went to LA Fitness, and I canceled that gym membership I wasn't using. Which did me no good. And I started this benefit show. And I love those kids. I love those Parkland kids. And it reminds me, you know, I'm 45, it's been 20 years since I really cared about teenagers, since 90210. Wow, I really care about these teenagers, you know. And I really do. And, you know, I tried the self-help to lose weight. I went to see Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, the 6'7" self-help guy. I'm here to tell you, he is the real deal. 3 years ago, Tony Robbins changed my life. Now I want to change it back. 3 years ago, I was a practicing lawyer. Now he tells jokes to drunk people. Which is an improvement. I'm happy to do it. I love that. It is a big improvement. We need more lawyers than comics. And more comics than lawyers, anyway, I think. So, yeah, and I'm married a long time. My wife is here. I'm hand for my wife, who's at the door, Teresa. And we're celebrating our 19th wedding anniversary. Anybody here married a long time? About that time, right? Yeah. It's, you know, I love my wife, love her so much. Different things change though. At this point, it's great to have someone to help take care of each other when we get sick. And who's a bigger baby when it comes to being sick, men or women? 100%, man. I'm the biggest baby. My wife, she had the same flu as me this year, same sinus pressure, same thing. She pushed through it, getting shit done. I wound up in the hospital, pushed to radiology in a wheelchair to get a CT scan of my brain. The doctor was like, sir, it says here you're negative for a brain aneurysm, but positive for being a pussy. That's Obamacare. Glad to have it. I love Obamacare. Take that away. And things are much different when you're dating. We've been together like almost 30 years. And when we're dating, you see each other, your heart skips a beat. When you're married and you see each other, you raise each other's blood pressure. Last one to have a stroke wins. I'm currently losing. When you're dating, she'll wear perfume and lingerie. 18 years of marriage, she's wearing shame and regret. Just me. When you're dating, you don't want to fart in front of each other. Okay, not polite, right? It's embarrassing in dating. My parents were married for 20 years. Together, they farted the soundtrack from Star Wars. While my sister and I were in the back of a Nissan Maxima. I'm here to introduce the next guy, very good friend of mine. Please put your hands together for Marcus Cristo.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Great, cool, great, awesome. I had a good day. I went scuba diving today for the first time ever. Anyone here gone scuba diving? It's warming up outside, but the water's still cold. So they had to find a wetsuit for me. That was a tough find. It was like trying to find a One Ring in Lord of the Rings. They put the wetsuit on me, and then they were like, "Hey," the dive instructor was like leaning in, like he was telling us trade secrets. He goes, hey, the water's still going to be kind of cold with the wetsuit. Little known fact, if you relieve yourself, it gets a little bit warmer. And I was like, all right, cool. But what no one told me was how to clean shit out of a scuba suit, you know what I mean? All right, that's great. All right, that's a weird. All right, cool. I got weird fingers. My fingers, like we're in 2018, but my fingers are they're in the past still. Like these are the tools that I've given to text you back with. So if you don't get an immediate response, that's why. All right, these things are made for banging and fighting. That's it. You know, I got a fistful of dicks up here. It's terrible. Yeah, if I punch you, you just get horny. It's terrible. I don't have a neck. I don't know if you noticed that. There's no neck. There's no middleman. It's just chin and shoulders. You know, if this guy popped me in my jaw, my rotator cuff is done. You know, got no neck. I got a pack of hot dogs back here, backwards turtle shell belly thing. You know, let's go. I got a Megan Fox toe thumb. Look at that. Read it and weep. I don't know what that is. It's a mutation. That's what I know. I don't know if you guys are familiar with other mutants. They're called the X-Men. I'm the world's weakest X-Men. I got a fat thumb. I don't know whether you're for good or evil. You know. Like, what's your power? Like, this lady can change the weather with a mood swing. This guy's got claws that can cut through anything. I'm like, I got a fat thumb. I can push elevator buttons real good, you know. I can fingerprint like a son of a bitch, you know. It's cool. One of the things I'm tired about all the superhero movies is all the after credit scenes they have. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. Like, you watch the movie and then you have to watch all the credits for another scene, and it's ruined me for all of cinema because now I'm watching every movie waiting for another scene. I watched the porn waiting for another scene, you know, just to set up for the next movie. You know, like she tried to pay for a pizza, but her debit card's expired, and like it sets up for the next one. Okay, that was stupid. All right. Yeah, man. It's cool, man. I'm a single. Nothing. All right, that's cool. Yeah, single dude, and yeah, right on. That's the saddest clapping for. Yeah, this loneliness. Woo! You know? No, but it's just weird. Like sometimes when you perform on stage, you're charismatic and people are attracted to that. I had a lady that was like, you know, she met me after the show. She's like, hey, you want to boom boom, you know? And I was like, what? And I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, who didn't hug you when you were little? Like what? Why would you? Like I was talking her out of it, like a bad car salesman. I'm like, I'm a limit. You know, I got bad gas mileage. You know, it's terrible. You know, and then you know, so she was convincing, and we chicka chicka boom. You know, and it's been a while. So I was like, I'm not gonna last very long. It's gonna be terrible for you. And she's like, we'll take our chances. Like she was very determined. And so we were moving and shaking, right? We were moving and shaking. We're doing our thing, right? Doing our thing. And I was like, we're going a lot longer than I expected to go, you know? And I was like, we're still going. I'm like, what is happening? And like, I'm going a lot longer than I expected to go. And then finally I was like, I'm going a lot longer than I expected to go. I yelled it in her face. And she was like, oh, just high-fived her forehead. And then, and at that moment, I wish I had lost more weight. I don't care about aesthetics. I don't care about a six-pack or that weird muscle thing that runs to the side. Like, I just want to lose enough weight so I can make love to a woman on top without sweating on her like I'm waterboarding her for secrets. You know? Like every time I move, she's like, I don't know their nuclear codes, you know? Yeah, it's just I'm a poor comedian. People are like, how poor? I'm so bad financially, I don't worry about identity theft. That's none of my concern, all right? Like, if I put my debit card in front of you, sir, that's your problem now, all right? And I gotta stop doing that joke, because surprise, surprise, I was a victim of identity theft a couple years ago at a Target store, which is weird, because clearly I'm a Walmart shopper. I was there trying to live like a king, trying to shop outside my means, you know. I got a Haribo gummy bears, you know, because I'm balling, I don't do store brand. And the next day I tried to get a McChicken from McDonald's, one sandwich. Card got declined. I don't know if you guys watched the news a couple years ago, but the Target customers got their identity stolen in a mass sweep. I was one of those victims. Also, further research on that situation, the group that stole those identities may or may not have been linked to Al-Qaeda. Clearly they dropped the ball because they stole my identity. Because my high school GPA and my credit score, same number, all right? And I wasn't an honor roll student. What they tried to do is ring up a small purchase of like, $5.20, and they worked their way up to bigger purchases on my dime. But that $5.20 purchase did not go through. Because I only had $1.08 in my account. Guys, have you ever been so broke you stopped international terrorism? All right? I have. I'm the Navy SEALs of insufficient funds, all right? I'm not broke, I'm a damn American hero. You know? All right, you guys are in front. You guys ready to keep this show rolling? All right. I'm about to bring up this next comedian. Very funny guy, very good friend of mine. Show some love for Mr. Eugene Torres.
Keep it going for Marcus Crespo, everybody. Keep it going for Marcus. Thanks for coming out. How we doing, guys? We doing all right? Yeah, I just got engaged recently. And me and my girl, we come from two different walks of life. Like, my girl makes more money in her allowance than my parents made combined growing up. You feel me? Growing up, we were what my parents like to call lower middle class. But as I got older, I found out that just meant we were poor in denial. Right? And as a kid, you don't realize you're poor, but the signs are there. They're there. Like my best friends, they would always go roller skating. Me, I just got a slider on the floor at KFC. Always had to wear hand-me-downs. And that sucked because my sister never bought cool clothes. And my dad, my father, he actually tried to convince me that Shaquille O'Neal is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan. Yeah, that's because you could buy his shoes at Walmart. But that's what you get when you're poor. You don't get Mike soaring through the air. You get Shaq's big fat ass barely hanging on the rim. I'm half Puerto Rican. My girl's 100% white, so if we have kids, they're going to be Puerto Rican. You follow me? But if those kids have kids with 100% white people, I've done it. I've officially bred my family into white privilege. We've jumped the fence, baby. We've acquired the American dream. My girl's 8 years older than me. 8 years older than me, but you only notice it at certain moments. Like sometimes she'll be like, hey, babe, you want to go out and have a good day today? And then you end up at a Hobby Lobby. She's like, isn't this the best day ever? I'm like, yeah, who knew knickknacks could be so exciting? She's always like, babe, should we get this for the house? I'm like, that's a pine cone with googly eyes attached to it. And my girl's colorblind too. So my house is all blacks, it's whites, it's grays. It looks like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. It's seriously depressing. People come over, they're like, man, why is your house so gloomy? I'm like, shut up or you're going to the store with her because I can't do this no more. Can't do it. And now she wants to decorate the bedroom. For what? We're the only people who go in there. The only people who visit us is her family. What's going to happen? Are our parents going to come over one day and be like, well, we love what you did with the place. If you like the kitchen, you should see what me and your daughter have sex. I think we met a couple Puerto Ricans in there last night. That's good. My girl can't cook. And I'm okay with it because it's 2018 and I don't want a blog post written about me, but my girl can't cook. It's bad. I know how to cook. My dad was a chef growing up. So when it's my time to throw down, it's steaks, it's shrimps, it's lobsters. When it's my girl's time to provide dinner, she goes out to eat with her friends and brings me home leftovers. It's like perfect. Yeah, just what I wanted. A cold-ass cheeseburger with a couple bites taken out of it. Oh, and just the way I like it. Set in your car for just a couple hours? Just a touch of salmonella. I hate technology. Remember when your girl couldn't pick where she wanted to eat because she was a girl? You know, she was indecisive. I just don't want to pick the wrong place. Now there's Yelp. I hate Yelp with a passion. Every time we get ready to go out somewhere, she's like, hey, let me Yelp. I'm Yelping. Oh, okay, this place got 4 stars. This place got 3 stars. It's like, bitch, I'm paying. We're going to Burger King or we're going to McDonald's. They all got 1 star. Do you want to have a Big Mac or you want to take the chance you might find a couple onion rings in your French fries? I hate fast food too, but I'm poor. I mean, I know I look like I got my shit together, but I don't. So I eat at fast food a lot. The other day I went to a Wendy's, took a bite out of my burger. Swear to God, I bit into somebody's weave. Yeah, somebody's hair. I started pulling his hair out. It looked like a magician pulling scarves from his coat. It was disgusting. It was bad. I hate fast food, but I have to go there. I hate Panera Bread. Hate Panera Bread with a passion because every time you pay with a card, this cashier will go, it's going to ask you a question there. You know what the question is? Do you want to tip the Panera team? So I have to look up at this little 15-year-old in the face and go, nope, don't got the money for that. This is fast food. Why am I tipping you? I worked at a KFC growing up. Nobody came by me and goes, yo, bro, thanks for keeping it extra crispy, and slipped a $5 in my hand. That shit didn't happen.
Everybody. All right, how we doing? One more time for Eugene. Oh my God. So yes, my name is Eric Lutz. I'm legally blind, which I guess essentially makes me a Nazi.
No, I love you guys. What I'm saying is I just not see, okay? Let's not freak out. I didn't mean to scare y'all. I'll let you finish your reaction over there. Just get it all out there right now. Man, I don't like going to the airport. And reason being is I was actually going someplace a couple weeks ago, and I was about to go through the TSA gate, and I was getting ready to take my shoes off until the TSA agent stopped me, and he said, "Oh no, sir, that's okay. You don't have to take your shoes off. You can just come on right through." And I got really pissed off because it makes me think that he thinks that just because I have a sight impairment, that I am not capable of blowing up an airplane. And stiff shit like that really tinkers my sphincter. Because I feel I could do anything I set my mind to, damn it. Yeah, right? Like I feel I could be the disabled messiah of mass destruction. Like, I feel I could go overseas for my own group for terrorists with special needs and call it the Seeing ISIS. That's what I'm saying. I was informed before I came up on stage that there's a bunch of stuff here, and I'm not used to stuff being on stage with me. Like, apparently there's pianos and mic stands. What next? You gonna launch a t-shirt from a t-shirt cannon at me? It's like my own personal, it's like, what is this, a stage or like an obstacle course? Man, a crazy family growing up. Growing up, though, my dad never knew his kids that well. And an example of this, for one of my birthdays, for my 13th birthday, he bought me a Where's Waldo book. Allow me to reiterate. He bought me a Where's Waldo book. And then when it was like my parents weren't even divorced. That's the weird part about it. Like, he wasn't seeing me on the weekends, right? But as a kid, you try to appease your parents. So there I was, flipping through my Where's Waldo book like, I'm not going to find this guy. There's no way in hell I'm going to find this guy. So I'm flipping through, then all of a sudden, I just hear, psst, hey. I was like, huh? I hear it again. Psst, hey. I thought I was having like a paranormal experience. I'm like, Grandpa? Is that you? Have you come back from the beyond to give me birthday money? Psst, no, it's me. It's Waldo. Really? Yes. Where are you? I'm on page 18, man. I'm in the circus tent. I'm on top of the elephant. I'm eating cotton candy. And I was like, wow, Waldo. I didn't think I'd ever find you. It's okay, man. We found each other. Do you want to buy some weed? I'm like, yes, Waldo. Finally, you and I are now on the same page. Got a new walking stick. Ta-da. Brought my own prop to the stage. What? And let me tell you something, guys. This is a cheap piece of shit. Like, it was not cheap to buy. Like, this thing cost me $65. It cost the Florida taxpayer $65 to buy me this piece of shit. It's not good, man. But anyways, I was test driving it out. I was actually going into work, and I was passing by this family, and there's a mom, dad, and a little toddler. And as I was walking by the family, I could hear the toddler ask his mom and dad in a whisper, "Mom, Dad, what is that? What is he holding?" And the parents were kind of embarrassed, like, "Shh, Tommy, quiet, quiet." And like when kids, when they ask something and they don't get an answer, do they stop asking it? No. No, they ask the same question, but just at a much higher volume. Because the next thing I hear is, "Mom! Dad! What is he holding?" And the parents are like, "Oh God, shh, Tommy, quiet. It's okay, it's normal." It ain't normal! Dad, you don't have one. Mom doesn't have one. I don't have one. What is that? And the parents are like, "Shh, Tommy, he has that because he cannot see. He is blind." Why is he blind? Does God not love him? So at that point, I walk over to the toddler, because he was not hard to find at this point. So I get down, I squat, I get on his level, I'm like, "Tommy, it's okay. The reason why I cannot see, it's not because God doesn't love me. It's because when I was your age, I used to touch myself a lot." Then I walk away. And then all of a sudden behind me, I just hear the whimper sounds of a freaked out toddler. Like, "Mom! Dad! My eyes are burning!" Oh my God, y'all been awesome. That's my time. Your next comic coming to the stage. First female of the night to break up the sausage fest known as stand-up comedy. Please welcome your vagalicious vixen, Tara Cavanaugh.
Great intro. Wow, Eric. I didn't know we knew each other like that. Okay. Whatever. He tells me I'm pretty and I'm like, shut the fuck up. What do you know? Anybody in these 3 rows ever been in an interracial relationship before? Yeah? Yeah? Good. Come on, this is Orlando, not like Deltona. I was too once. I dated a Korean gentleman for 2 years. Us white women like to get a little punch on our "It's a Small World," card. Collect them all. My Korean boyfriend and I had a lot of fun. We lived in America. We lived in Korea. We had a lot of fun. But when you're the white half of an interracial relationship, you get a lot of that extracurricular racial runoff, the shit that they'll say to your face but not to your partners. And when I was with my Korean boyfriend, I would get a lot of that, "Oh, Tara, you're like dating that Asian guy? Oh, I didn't know you were like about that small dick life." No, I've sowed my oats. I'm married now. I've been married for 3 years. All right, relax. They don't tell you it sucks on Martha Stewart weddings. No, I'm just kidding. It's great. It's fun. Woo. My husband and I just reached a marriage milestone, actually. Another couple that we're friends with asked if we wanted to have sex with them. So, yeah. And at first I was like, "Oh my God, like, me?" I was so flattered. And then I was like, "Oh my God. This girl's like 10 years younger than me. I don't know if she's ready to look into the future of what's going to happen to her body. Her perfect, supple, forward-pointing nipples, maybe up, I don't know, probably at this point still. I've got those boobs where, they're so old you can't tell where the areola ends and the tit starts. It's like a little island in the middle of the Pacific. Little stretch marks, waves, 1 or 2 hair palm trees you just pluck out. Big up, hair and nipple crew. What up? Okay. All right, we're in good company. And plus, my husband and I are a strange-looking couple. You know, I'm very short. He's 6'1". He's like the whitest guy I've ever climbed on top of. He looks like a 36-year-old 36-year-old Dennis the Menace. Be like watching Jeffrey Dahmer fuck Danny DeVito. You know what I'm saying? I'm Danny DeVito in that analogy. We've also hit another marriage milestone where, you know, babies are happening. Let's talk about it. I don't want them. Not at all. But you know who does? My fucking mother-in-law. It's all she wants to talk about. Midwest-ass bitch. When am I going to be a grandma? When am I going to be a grandma? Bitch, I just spent 7 years fixing your fuck-up, okay? I'm not just going to make a new one. All right? This isn't a Chinese slave factory. We're not just turning out the latest iPhone every year, all right? Plus, these are dangerous times to have kids, you know? I'm pretty liberal. I'm pretty loosey-goosey. But then I'm going to have a bratty little teenager slamming doors in my face, pissed off at the sleepover because I said something wrong. You have to forgive mommy because, you know, she grew up in the Trump era, so it's her whole generation is like that. I love you guys so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. Clap for me, but also clap for your next comedian, the Angry Texan, Greg Barrett, everybody.
Hey, darling. Keep it going for Tara. You know, it's a new year, new me, trying to lose a little weight. Went down the local park, walked a couple of laps, got tired, sat down. Some fella walked up and handed me $2. So this look might actually pay off. Now, I'm just like everybody in here, though. I put my pants on one leg at a time. I'm a lefty-loosey, righty-tighty kind of guy. When I go out to dinner, 2 simple rules. Don't wear a white shirt when eating barbecue. Don't wear a black shirt when eating powdered donuts. And if I'm ever elected president, I'm going to stay the fuck off Twitter. Thank you for that thunderous round of applause. Don't get me wrong, I don't want our president to fail. Every night I go to bed hoping to wake up for a better tomorrow. Then I wake up and I read his first tweet. I'm disappointed all over again. It's like watching Lindsay Lohan go in and out of rehab. But see, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary either. I spent a lot of time in D Hall in high school, and she looks like the bitch that ran it. Now, to be honest, I voted for Gary Johnson. If you don't know who that is, that was a third candidate that climbed Mount Everest. That was my reason for voting for him, because he climbed Mount Everest. Some of you don't think that's a big deal. That's a big deal to me. Because he sounds like the kind of candidate that would come over and help you move furniture on the weekend. Seems like the kind of guy that would co-sign on a loan. I'm just fucking with you. He was going to legalize pot. Some of you are looking at me going, I knew that was going to come in the conversation with this guy. Nah, I'm just a regular Joe, just like anybody else. I drove over here from the great, awesome, metropolis, redneck county of Polk. Yeah, I know. Like Polk, it says whenever you're driving into Polk County, it's like, welcome to Polk County. Here's your banjo. Yeah, exactly. I did a show there the other day, and this girl came up to me after the show, and you know, there were 2 major things that turned me off about this girl. Number 1, when she smiled, it looked like a jack-o'-lantern. Number 2, she said she was at that show with her brother, who was also her uncle. Yeah, she didn't say it in those words. She just said, I'm here with my brunkle. Nah, but I tell you, I know where the rest of the crowd is right now. They're still stuck on that bullshit I-4 over there. Oh my God! I'm about to lose my fucking mind driving down that shit. Like seriously. And you know what? For me, it's not so much being stuck in traffic, it's being forced to read all the shit on the back of somebody else's fucking window. I don't care about your stick figure family portrait. You didn't look like a stick figure going into Golden Corral. I doubt you look like one coming out. Oh, and another thing, enough with this salt life crap. It's on every t-shirt, every back window, everything. We get it. We all moved here for the same reason. We like being by the ocean. Here's the difference. When I go to Nebraska, I don't see corn life everywhere. When I go to Alabama, I don't see incest life. A couple of you are roll tied up in here. Well, roll staying off your sister. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one important thing mentioning traffic that I want everybody to be careful with. Florida leads the nation in the dumbest traffic statistic of all time. That's wrong way drivers. That's some dumbass that drives the wrong way up an exit ramp on a freaking freeway. Are you kidding me? What do they do when they drive past the sign? Do not enter, wrong way. I'll be okay. But guess what? I got a solution to the problem. I think we need to have another series of signs that get progressively worse the farther you fucking drive. For instance, do not enter, wrong way. You're making a mistake. This is the reason your dad's leaving your mom. Stevie Wonder would have turned around by now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Greg Parrott, the Angry Texan. Thank y'all very much. Thank you so much for coming out to this awesome event. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Coming to the stage now is a good friend of mine, the amazing Vinny DeLorenzo.
Thank you. Keep it going for Greg and all these comedians you've seen in this place that we're here. We're having a good time. Yes, my name is Vinny. I'm half Italian and half Mexican, but I got lucky because I don't look that Mexican, right? All right, sorry. I don't know why. Mexicans are ugly. Okay, it's okay. It's all right. My mom hates that joke because she's an ugly Mexican. She's just it's just the way she was born. Okay, no. It's a great stage. This is a great opportunity to do comedy. Usually in Orlando, comedians, we have to share the stage with poets and musicians. And sometimes poetry gets really sad because poems are really sad. And people who read poetry can be sad. Like, all right, like this is what happened last week. It's like, all right, before our first comedian, here's a refugee from Syria. She wrote this poem with her foot because she lost all of her extremities in a snowball fight with ISIS, and then I have to talk after that. And she's like her poems about how she overcame color blindness or something like that. Like you can't rhyme things with orange, and she did. Sorry. It's great. It's fun. This presidency we have, Donald Trump's president, and a lot of people love him, but also like a lot of people hate him. Like people either love him or hate him to death. Like you can go into any bathroom and you can see that Trump sucks or something written on the bathroom wall or something. And like a lot of people want him to die, and I don't think he'll ever die because anyone who assassinates anybody voted for him. You know, he got all the assassinators. I think that's why Melania Trump's always squinting. You know what I mean? She's always like ready. It's just like, where is it fucking gonna come from? It's gonna come from somewhere. No. I'm a paramedic. I've been a firefighter for like 2 years now. Thank you. Didn't do it. I'm really bad at the job. Still shouldn't clap. I became a paramedic to be a better comedian, but all I was like depression and like a pretty good pension, you know? It's pretty great. I'm very fortunate. I'm dating a therapist. My girlfriend's a therapist. And sometimes I see really bad things at work. So I'm very fortunate that I get to come home and I get to tell my girlfriend all these sad things I see. Because, you know, I don't want to have to, you know, have a bad life. And one time I had a bad day at work. I had a patient who looked just like my dad die right in front of me, and I was really tough. He died because I gave him medication he was allergic to, but still, it was really hard to fucking deal with. And then And then as we were trying to get him back to life, his kid walks out of his bedroom, and his kid is like a 5-year-old version of me. He looked just like me when I was 5. He had the same long pajama shirt I used to wear when I was a kid. And I was like, this is going to be a tough one. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. It's like Twilight Zone. So I came home to my girlfriend. I was like, listen, Amber, you're a therapist. How do I deal with this? And she goes, just think about it during sex so you can last longer. And now, it was it's such a long way for that mediocre punchline. It's just such a slow build, just for kind of nowhere. I had, being a paramedic is very satisfying. It's a very satisfying job because, people need you. You know what I mean? They need you because they're dying, but I feel like they need me because they want to hang out. They call on me just to hang out. And, one time we had a huge car accident on a turnpike, and there was like 20 patients, and I was the only paramedic, and they were like, I had to help them all, and I felt like the belle of the ball. You know what I mean? They all wanted some of Vinny, because they were all really hurt, but still, I felt like they wanted me. Like they should have a show on, they have a show called The Bachelor, where it's like, it's like 20 girls and one guy. They should have a show. It's called The Paramedic, and it's 20 people really hurt. This was one medic who gets to help him out. And I have to interview him. I was like, so what would you watch on Netflix? Oh my God. No. All right. That was really sad. One time I had a patient, this guy, he had a heart attack. He had a heart attack in an ant pile. This poor guy had a heart attack in an ant pile. And he lived on a farm, so it took us 30 minutes to get there. And when we got there, he was covered in all these ants. And these weren't like city ants. These were farm ants. These were like George Lucas ants, And there was nothing we could do. It was just, we just had to watch this guy die. And I asked my chief, I was like, Chief, why is the fire department here? And he was like, because they're fire ants, right? That's fucking dumb. That's a dumb joke. You guys are suckers. That was a really bad joke. I'm really sorry. And you guys were a great crowd. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? One more time. He's right here. He can hear you. Guys ready for your next comedian? This guy's one of my good friends. You can see him all around Orlando. Please keep it going for Matt Hurlis. Woo! There you go, man.
Hey, everybody. Oops, get that there. All right. You guys having fun so far? It looks like it. Yeah, hell yeah, man. This is fun. I'm a local boy. I'm from Orlando. I like being from around here. I think you guys are all probably from around here, right? I'm assuming we didn't drive that far. Yeah, it's a Thursday. So maybe you're... Yeah, I don't think anybody's coming from Popka, but... I wasn't even... Almost a Popka? It's all Orlando, so it's fine. It's anywhere between the sticks and the airport. That's what Orlando is. But I like Orlando because it's I like to consider it the eye of a white trash hurricane. You know what I mean? It's fine right in the middle, but once you go outside, things start to look the way banjo music sounds. Yeah, it gets pretty interesting. You guys all right? Do we need to call an ambulance or something? You're laughing really hard at this. Okay. What? Well, that's good. I'd hate for it to be the other way around. I get enough of that at home. Hey. I work construction, and it's safety week at my job. But next week we're going to play nail gun tag. I think that'll be pretty fun. Last man standing gets on the company insurance, and I'm gonna. I don't know if you've seen the new healthcare bill. You open it up, it just says "Go fuck yourself," but that's why I need it. And I don't know. My future looks kind of bleak. I mean, I've seen my dad. It's not that good. He's a 350-pound diabetic that's had 3 heart attacks, and my mom just marks days on the calendar till she gets the bed to herself. Yep. Old people always laugh way harder at that joke, by the way. You're in front of a room full of young kids, they don't get it. Old people, they're like, that's right, I fucking hate you. That's exactly. Yeah, but He doesn't really take care of himself that much. That's the thing that bothers me about it, is that they will tell him, to drink water and eat fruit. And yesterday he asked me to order him a large Meat Lover's deep dish pizza. I was like, well, Dad, I'll give it a shot, but I don't think they deliver that to the ORMC cardiac unit. And I was right, too. I had to go around the corner to a Wendy's, get him a double cheeseburger with extra mayonnaise, because why not? And I'll tell you this, if you've never walked through a hospital holding fast food, just imagine that you're at the airport and you have cocaine. Same experience, except cocaine's easier to smuggle. Fast food, way harder to fit in your ass. A lot harder. It's big, it's squishy, it's really just, it's not ideal. It's not that I would know, just it's not good. I don't know, I've dealt with hospitals from time to time, and I prefer dealing with hospital doctors over clinic doctors, because clinic doctors, I think, feel like they're on some kind of doctor probation. Like, you're not allowed to know. Like, you go in there with, like, flu symptoms, and you need the medicine. Hey, I think I got the flu, or, like, they won't let you know. You can walk in there with a knife wound, like, oh, hey, doc, I got stabbed. Hold it, buddy. I'm the guy with the thing around his neck. I'm going to tell you what's what. And that is a stab wound. That's what that is. I don't know. I do try to take care of myself, though. I know it looks like it, but I don't smoke. I'm sorry. People ask me for cigarettes like 40, 50 times a day. It's just it's the weirdest stereotype I could ever have. I don't know, but like I don't smoke, but I'm thinking about starting just so I can quit and then finally have something to be congratulated for. It's just weird to me that, like, my friends, I got friends that quit, and they tell people, and they're like, hey, good for you. It's like, we don't congratulate people because they stopped doing other stupid crap they weren't supposed to do. Like, hey, man, did you hear about Jerry? No, why? What do you do? Oh, he stopped shoving forks in his toaster every morning. Good for him, yeah. I stopped drinking Red Bull because it has my favorite product warning on the back of it. If you look at the back of a can, it'll actually tell you don't drink more than 2 of them in one day if you're pregnant. So 3 of them is $12 birth control. I sell them in 4-packs in case you guys can't afford Plan B. That's I'll tell you a really quick story before I get out of here. In case you couldn't tell, I shop at Walmart. That's all this is. It's not good. I need better financial goals than saving up money to go to Target. But I like to drink like craft beer and stuff. I know they have some of that back there. And the closest thing I could find was they have like the Sam Adams seasonal stuff. So I pick it up, I put it on the counter, and it's next to this guy who I'm pretty sure is a devout worshiper at the Church of Dale Earnhardt. I could tell because he's wearing a wife beater that's stained with tobacco spit and a little bit of blood from his wife's face. And that's where the term wife beater comes from anyway. He starts ragging on me about my beer choice. He's like, boy, what you buying this communist pussy bullshit for? I'm like, what, this? He's like, yeah, you need to buy something that's more American. I'm like, you want me to buy something more American than Sam Adams Boston Lager, really? Well, it's better than what you're drinking, dude, is Bud Light. And then he's going off like, listen, you little son of a bitch, Budweiser was invented by Jesus Christ to help Abraham Lincoln defeat Hitler at the Battle of Vietnam, goddammit. And everything was fine until Obama came along, and I knew he was stuck in a loop, and I didn't know how to get him out of it. So I'm like, look, there's a transsexual walking in the restroom. He's like, not in my country. And I just ran. I got the hell out of there. Anyway, guys, that's been my time. Thank you very much. And I want to introduce you guys our next comedian, a very lovely lady. You can catch her on Real Laughs on 104.1, and she's competing, I believe, this weekend in Florida's Funniest Competition. Please put your hand together for Sarah Guy Murr, everybody. Sarah Guy Murr.
Hi, everyone. My name's Sarah Guy Murr. I'm so excited to be here. I have to be honest with you guys, because I feel like you're probably going to be able to tell, but even though I'm a comedian, I actually have really horrible stage fright and anxiety. But check me out. I'm up here. I'm doing it. Getting my dick wet. I'm using that right? You know, the worst thing about having stage fright is that everyone always gives you the same advice. Like, I'm sure you guys have all heard it. People always say, picture the audience naked. Why is that helpful? Like, I really don't understand. Like, I'm already nervous. The last thing I need is to find out that I'm the only person at an event that's not dressed appropriately for the theme. And why was I excluded? Like, I'm already worried that you guys aren't going to like me, and now I find out that there was some invitation that everyone else got that said be naked, and I'm the only one who didn't know. So now I have anxiety and I'm left out. So what I do instead of picturing the audience naked is I like to imagine that they're all wearing my exact same outfit, but I'm the only one that's pulling it off. So. It's hard being a comedian off the stage also because dealing with comedians, there's a lot of drama. Like, I'm talking about rumor spreading and Facebook trolling and shit talking. And those are just the things that I've been doing. The other comedians are even worse. And sexual harassment is a real problem too. Like, this guy went to go pay me for a show and he didn't have any more cash. And so he asked if he could swipe his credit card in my butt. And I was like, excuse me, no, you cannot swipe your credit card in my butt. It's a chip reader. How old do you think I am? And this other guy posted this meme on Facebook, and it was like all of these really beautiful cleavagey girls, and each one had the name of like a fast food restaurant on it, and then the caption said, "Where are you eating tonight?" So of course, all the comments were like, well, I'd pick Taco Bell because I like a girl who's extra hot. Or I'd pick McDonald's because I like a girl who's fast and easy. Or I'd pick Chick-fil-A because I like a girl who's super polite but secretly has radical conservative values. And I was like, you guys, this is so degrading and so misogynistic. And obviously KFC can get it. Come on, she's finger licking good. I don't know how they didn't see that. Nobody picked Waffle House, though. I don't think I have to say why. You know, Waffle House is the only the only establishment where I've ever been asked, would you like to pay with money or would you like to pay with weed? Has that ever happened to you guys? I don't understand why they just assumed that I had weed on me.
Welcome to the stage, Alan Newcomb, you son of a bitch.
Yes! Woo! All right, what's up? All right. There's like 9 of you. Calm down. Let's get to it. I'm Honey Boo Boo's mom before the makeover. You want some of this ass? No. We're at a benefit concert. No, I don't. Sir, you're looking at me. I thought we were going to a benefit show. I didn't know we were going to see Natalie from The Facts of Life. Mrs. Garrett, I think I have my period. There's hair on my nipples. You're a woman. Sir, look, I feel bad. I thought we were going to a benefit. Why are you all rednecks to me? I thought we were going to a benefit show. I didn't know we were going to see the singer Meatloaf. It's cold and lonely in the deep of night. Come on. When you look like this, it is cold and lonely every night. Look at me. This is my life, man. I didn't know. We're going to go see that old woman from Throw Mama from the Train. What is it, Baba? We're doing a benefit show, damn it. They're trying to kill me too, damn it. That old woman from Goonies, you remember? Thank you, Mr. Willie. Thank you. Look how red my face is. Whew. You guys are like, he's going to pass out. He must be embarrassed. No, you haven't seen my penis yet. This is my life. I'm white trash. Anybody else? No? A little Rudy Tooty downtown, huh? Yeah, I'm the spawn of white trash. I was blessed with genetics. I got my daddy's belly and my mama's titties. I lactate light beer, people, so if we run out, I'm just saying, we run out of beer tonight, I got natural light. Natural light. This is my life, man. I can't stand lately is that John Morgan. The guy is on, he's on TV. It's Morgan. You may have been injured. You may be owed monies. I'm like, dude, it's like you know what I mean? The other day, he's like, hey, you might need to call me. I'm like, bullshit, I changed the channel. I know you changed the channel. Now I'm on this channel.
Alan, you need to call me.
What the fuck? Are you following me?
Yes, I am.
He's obsessed with the hurricane now, too, right?
It was a hurricane. You might have had damage.
How?
Were you affected by the storm in Texas?
I live in Winter Park. That's another term for white privilege. No.
You may have had damage from Harvey, Alan.
How?
You might have stepped in a puddle that was electrified by a downed power line. You may have been electrocuted and you didn't know it.
Leave me alone! Guy's nuts, dude.
Call me. We may have some help for you and your hairstyle.
That's ridiculous. My wife's obsessed with Netflix, so all she watches is Netflix constantly. Here's the thing, guys. All right, look, all those shows I'm noticing, all the actors and they just mumble. There's always one actress you can understand. She's like, "Hi, I'm Karen, how are you?" And then there's another actress like, I have no idea what they're saying. I'm like, "Honey, turn it up." She's like, "It's on 150. Like, the police have already been here." I said, "You know what? I can't hear these people because they're mumbling and whispering." I said, "I'm putting it on closed caption, right? So I can follow along." I put it on closed caption the other night. It came back and said, mumbling and whispering. My wife takes us everything. Like she's kind of obsessed with everything. Like when it comes to trips, like a bucket list. We recently went to India. Has anybody ever been? Really? Wow. Yeah. Okay. Like Trump would be like, "Come on, India. It's really a shithole. Let's be honest." We were in India. Let me just tell you this quick story. And we're in this little room my wife found. It's 5 stars on Yelp. That's where we're gonna stay. I'm like, you know why it was 5 stars, guys? Because I laid in bed that night and I could see Orion's belt. I'm like, here comes a meteorite. I hope it kills us. We're in the room, and my wife went out. She went to use the bathroom, which is in the street. And it's India. I turned the TV on. It was, no lie, it was one channel, guys, and it was Indian porn. This is what I saw. "I'm going to give it to you. I would like to take it from you. Are you prepared to take what I'm going to give?" "Oh yes, I am prepared for it. I would love to take what you're going to give. I'm going to give it to you very, 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 very hard. I would like to take it from you very, 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 very hard. You don't understand. They did that for 10 minutes and didn't take off their pajamas. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. This is a great cause. Let's keep it rolling. Put your hands together for Clayton Anderson.
Thank you. Guys, give it up for yourselves. Like this is a great thing. Yeah, you guys are doing good. Good. No, seriously, thank you so much. This is a great show. It's a great cause. No matter what you do, at least we're contributing to something important. And that's what really matters here on NPR. No, call now and give us all your money. And you might win an iPod. Never. So, no, it's good to be here. You guys, any of you guys drinking? I mean, like, support the Abbey? Like, all your contributions to the bar goes towards the Abbey. Yeah, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. But I don't like drinking at nightclubs anymore, like especially the ones off Orange. Like I went to one with my friends. Like they always try to get me to go out. They take me to a nightclub and they're just like, "Yo, we got to go to Club Bliss." Like why is a nightclub named that? Like the one across the street was called Climax. That's what I love about like dive bars. They never put a title to the name. It's never like, "Hey guys, come on down to aggravated assault." It's a ladies' night. Like, that's terrible. Like, most dive bars are just the name of the owner. I went to one called Dewey's, and he spelled that D-U-I's. So, I love it. All the bartenders are just your grandmother back from the dead, and she's like, "What you want, pussy?" And it's like, I want you to be back in my life, but for now, I'll take this alcohol. Dude, alcohol is everywhere in this country. I went to Target. They sell wine in the checkout. For who? Who the fuck is buying wine in the checkout? There's a whole aisle. Like, if you did not get that then, like, Target shouldn't be reminding you to be drunk later. Like, I looked at the bottle. The year on it was 2020. It was from the future. And I'm no wine connoisseur, but that means it's not good yet. So that's crazy. Like, something I noticed, like, alcohol is everywhere. Like, why does Olive Garden have a bar? For people who don't have families, like, that's really what that's for, right? Like, who's rolling in there solo to get drunk at a place that emphasizes when you're here, your family? How many in your party? Just me. What kind of Facebook status is that? Like, hey man, 2-for-1 shots at my favorite bar, Olive Garden. Yo, we can get drunk, yell at each other, make families feel uncomfortable. Sports Center on mute. We won't know what's happening. We hide our alcohol, man. Like, if you're drinking during a major sport like football, totally cool. 12 beers before noon, no problem. If you're drunk during lacrosse, you might be an alcoholic. Like, I just bought a round for the lacrosse playoffs. It's like, Tony, your pants are missing. It's like, and you know, like, if it's not men in sports, it's women with Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day, having a great time, taking photos of your mimosas on Instagram. Monday Fun Day, you're an alcoholic. No one's rolling in. You're probably at Olive Garden. Like, it's like, oh man, I don't know how much time I have left. Anyway, that was great. I'm done. Have a good night. No, thank you. The next bit I was going to do is too long, so. All right, thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to introduce the next. I'm not used to this shit. Like, anyway. Your next comedian is all the way from Jacksonville. Please give a warm welcome for Samantha Ivy. Thanks.
How you guys doing? You doing all right? How you doing? You guys doing good over here at Castleberry? All right. Awesome. Cool. You guys having a good time? All right, I'm going to get sentimental with you guys, if that's cool. Is that all right? I just want to say I really appreciate you guys supporting live comedy and supporting an event like this. So give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are badass. I appreciate it. If you ask any of the comedians that came up here tonight, they will always tell you, if you ask any comedian ever, they will tell you that the number one reason that they do comedy is for your laughter. So I really appreciate you guys coming out and laughing, because when we make jokes, right, we write them and then maybe we say them at home into a hairbrush or remote control. I don't know what we do, okay? And then we come here and we say it into a microphone, and then you guys give us that laughter. That fills the void in our hearts that our parents left. My mom loves that joke because she's so stupid. She thinks it's about my father. She's a fucking idiot. Can't stand her. All right. So I appreciate you guys supporting live comedy. Again, the only reason we do this is for your laughter. With that being said, that's not why I do comedy. I couldn't give two shits. So. I do comedy for one reason and one reason only, and I wrote a song about it. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that all right? This one will be a little funnier. All right, awesome. Not to give anything away, but this song is called Famous. You're quick. Oh, you might call me a sellout, but I'm not doing this for your entertainment. No, I'm honestly just trying to make some money, so like this song so I can become famous. masturbation to please him. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play my guitar like he plays with his dick and just hope the happiness ensues. You get it, sir? Do you get it? I said dick, compared it to my guitar, and then I did that. You get it? And I don't know if y'all noticed by the fact I shop at the little boys department of Target, but I'm a little gay. So that's technique I shouldn't fucking know. Is this your girl, sir? Okay, I respect you. I want to be famous, so if my girl licks another girl's nipple, I'll find out, I'll find out the next day on the cover of People. I have the power to start new trends to get ready for my attack, because all of y'all are going to be real pissed when I bring back big hair and the fanny pack, and I'll kill my wife, but the glove won't fit. Then a little bit later, write a book about it. And fuck you, Sir Mix-a-Lot, I'll kick your ass. I'm bringing little asses back like Justin brought sexy back. I love doing that because sometimes, right, ladies, when you drink, you turn into liquor lesbians. That's where you need liquor to liquor. Right? And you're like, wow, she sings, she raps, she's kind of funny. I don't know, maybe I'll be gay tonight. And then I turn around and you're like, nope, taking dick. Oh, you might call me a sellout, but I'm not doing this for your entertainment. No, I'm honestly just trying to make some money, so like this song so I can become famous. Cause like a teenage boy turned into masturbation to please him. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play my guitar like he plays with his dick and just hope the happiness ends. Do you get it? Like, you got it? It's like I say dick, right? But then I use my guitar like it's my dick. It's funny because I'm relating the two. You guys get it? And it's strapped to me. Bam! You see, ma'am, when two lesbians get together and they missing a dick, they go to the store. You got it. All right. Do you like suspenders? If you don't, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna bring them back because I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm not a man, but 20 grand operation. Now I'm in a sword duel. Yeah, my name is still Sam, but now it's short for Samuel. And I know that sex change is a little extreme, but I want to be more famous than the queen. And when I say queen, I mean Lightning McQueen, because everybody knows who that is. Nobody knows shit about the real queen except for the fact that she is old as shit. Like, the Queen of England? Like, she just keeps going. Like, when has she not been the Queen of England? We've had 35 fucking presidents. And she's still running England. I just want to know what the hell's in London's water, because I will take a glass. All right, guys. You have some awesome comedians heading your way. So I'm going to need you guys hype up that energy just a little bit more. You ready? Here we go. Oh, you might call me a sellout, but I'm not doing this for your entertainment. No, I'm honestly, damn, I don't give a fuck. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all coming out. This next guy coming to the stage is hilarious, so I hate him because he's a comedic genius. Please welcome to the stage, Ryan Holmes.
Oh, man, keep it going for Samantha Ivy. All the great comedians you've seen tonight. Yeah. That was good. I like this. There's a lot of accoutrements on this stage. Does this work? That's just for me. Okay. Well, now I want to do it. Should I? Okay. Well, now, whoever set up this piano, this is your fault. I drove here from Apopka tonight. Yeah. Really? Okay. Yeah, Apopka. We call it the APK because we don't spell that damn good. Just a fact. These are facts. Oh, this is not. I'm gonna break this. Oh, yeah. I was joking. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I-4 is just one giant advertisement for Bob's Barricades at this point. Like, if I needed barricades, I know where I'm going. How do you know that you're good at the barricade business? Like, did he have a wife who just couldn't get to his heart? Bob, your heart is so walled off. Ooh, business idea. Bob's Barricades should make condoms. I'd wear a Bob's Barricade condom, and I don't wear condoms. I want it to be all shiny with a light on it. It's already a little bit dirty. I live down the road from a building that hasn't been finished in 16 years. I gotta tell you, that building is now officially old enough to drive on the road it looks shitty on. Let's tear that building down and build a wall around Sanford. I like Sanford, to be fair. I think the weirdest named city in Florida is DeLand. It sounds like it was named by a confused Hispanic person. Hey, bud, what's here? DeLand. Oh, shit, there's a bunch of fruit trees over there. What's that? That's DeBerry. Oh, what's that? That's Deltona. It's Spanish for from Mexico. This music's nice with this, yeah. I don't know. That building in Altamont, like it's being built by a church, which is the most ironic part is Jesus is going to be back before it's finished. It makes me feel like I can do anything, though, because you have to be drunk as hell as an architect to put the top of a building on, but forget the bottom. It's just a white girl of buildings. Real pretty up here, nothing to look at down here. My name is Ryan. It's Ryan Holmes. My name is definitely not Brian, which is a dumb name. I don't agree. Anybody here named Brian? Good. Okay. Brian sounds like a drunk person trying to say my name. I don't like it. The only people allowed to call me Brian is like a very excited Jamaican person. Brian! Brian! I want that. Can I have that? I always wanted to be famous, but then I found out my celebrity look-alike was not Brendan Fraser, but in fact Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. Yeah, you laugh that hard because I'm right. And that's hard because like no girl's like, you know who I want to fuck? Sid the Sloth. Oh my God, do you know who three-toed me last night? Gonna take this shit tonight, girl. I'll get out of here on a positive note. It's a PSA. I'm a tall person. You can't tell this by sitting, but I'm 6'4". Yeah. And no, I do not play basketball. I do not. Everybody stop asking tall people if they want to play basketball. That shit is rude and it's heightist, okay? Because tall people, we don't think about that, all right? We don't go around asking short people silly questions. Like, I don't know. Like, Miss, how tall are you? 5'4". 5'4". Let me ask you a question. Are you really good at picking shit up? Thank you guys. That's my time. Ryan Holmes. Thanks so much. And I'm supposed to introduce the next comedian. Is that you? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, I love this dude a lot. I love working with him. He's one of the best. Please welcome Jersey, everybody.
See, that's what happens when you smoke weed. I started my 420 today. I'm happy. Sharing is caring. How y'all doing? Happy to be here. My name is Jersey. I am originally from Newark, New Jersey. Anybody from up north? Okay, they tricked you too. Because I'm gonna be honest, before I moved to Florida, I watched the commercials. I did my homework. They told me it was gonna be a magical place. Like I watched it, I have nephews, so I seen the kids on Disney. They're happy. They always have this wand. So I lived in the projects. I'm like, oh shit, I want the wand. I I was decided, you know what, I'm gonna move to Florida, I'm gonna see what it's about. Then I realized I moved here and there's some shit that y'all don't put on the brochure that you need to know about Florida before you move to Florida. For instance, y'all have real hurricanes. And it tricked me, the last one, because I've been here for a while, and you know, you watch the news, oh, it's coming. I'm like, no, this bitch ain't coming. They say the eye coming, I'm like, there's no fucking eye. It got to Wednesday, I seen the news, I said, oh shit, it's coming. The problem is I was too slow. I went to Walmart, I knew shit was real when all the bread was gone. White people don't even like bread like that. The shit was gone. Black people were nervous when the bread was gone. We like, what the I had to think fast, so I did what I usually would do. I went to my weed man, and I got the supplies that I needed for my hurricane. I don't know what the hell you need, but I got my hurricane supplies. I bought my marijuana, and then I bought alcohol, because it was going to be, yeah, it said it was going to be 2-3 days. I needed some shit in my life. The problem is, when you're like me, the lights went out. First off, I started partying a little too early. It was Sunday. You know, they had what was it? The curfew. I was like, screw it. I can't go anywhere anyway. Let's start early. Started drinking, started smoking. Apparently, I passed out like 8 o'clock. The storm hit like 1-2 in the morning. I woke up, the lights was gone, but I woke up like Jesus was at my window. Trees was going, I jumped up, I was scared, I didn't know what to do, so I tried to find the weed, but the lights was out. Do you know how hard it is to find marijuana when the lights out and you can't remember where the fuck you put it? It's a sad moment. And then on top of that, the next morning I woke up, outside, you know, it's sunny. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? There was a shed in my backyard, people. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't own a shed. But there was a shed in my backyard. Being the person that I am, I took the tools out of the shed, put it in the house, and then I went to go find whose shed this shit was. I'm keeping the tools. Don't judge me, this shit is free. Only problem is every time my neighbor sees me, he always looks at me a little funny. He's like, is that my pliers? No, Home Depot. Thank you for getting that, I appreciate it. You still in your life, I like you, okay. A couple other things I didn't tell you about Florida when you move out here. Y'all have real animals, real situations. Like I realize y'all have big ass roaches. White people, you look a little confused. You call them palmetto bugs. White people give them cute names to make like they're not roaches. No, that's still a damn roach. I don't care what name you give them. That's a roach. And the problem is when you're telling people about your lovely state of Florida, you need to put that bitch on a brochure. That is the first thing you need to see about Florida. You see the sun and then the roach. Because that bitch is a part of this culture, and it's not fair to people that don't know that shit don't die. Y'all roaches don't die like regular roaches. Like I am from up north. First off, our roaches have a standard this big. Your roaches, that's a pet. That's not a dead, that's a pet. You can put a leash on that bitch and walk with it. Y'all roaches have superpowers, and it's not fucking cool. How do you not tell somebody, watch your ass? Like my first encounter with a Florida roach changed my life. Now I see it's a couple of you here. Ladies, I want to talk to you real quick. If you're with a man and you have a man in your life, the only thing a man is supposed to do is make you feel safe and comfortable. No matter what you're going through, your spouse you're supposed to be like, oh my God, I'm scared. Your man's supposed to be like, baby, I got you. We're okay. With that being said, I would like to tell you the first time I encountered a Florida roach. That's not funny. Stop laughing at my life. You must have heard this story. I was on a date with this young lady. This is our 5th date. Life was going good. First off, you have to understand this to understand the story. I was high. I was smoking marijuana, what I love to do the most. So at this point, I was high. She's enjoying life. There's no warning. I never seen a Florida roach in my life. I did not know this was a devil, and it came back to get me. It was not on the brochure. So now at this point, she sees the roach before I do. So I'm thinking it's a regular roach. She yells out, "Oh my God, a roach!" I jump up like a superhero. I got this, don't worry, boo. I walk towards it, I step on it, and I walk away. Because in my head, it's supposed to be dead. No, not Florida. I walk away, she yells out, "It's not dead." I look at it like, damn, there's some good weed. Why is it still walking towards me? She yelled out, "Kill it, kill it." I will. I walk towards it, it come towards me. Now at this point, as a man, you gotta make a decision. She like, "Kill it." I'm like, "I will." Little did I know, in Florida, you give your roaches Red Bull because this bitch had wings. That wasn't on the brochure. Now the story has changed. I start to run. She like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Save yourself. Someone needs to tell the story." Don't judge me. It's not my fault. I know y'all looking at me like, "Oh, this black kid is funny." I'm not regular black. I know I fooled y'all. Yeah, you might be the only one too. This does feel like court. I'm just looking, none of y'all my peers. This is some bullshit. The 2 black people that are here, I came with them. This is some sad shit. I do feel like court. Spanish people? No? I seen one Hondo court outside. Look, she said it's mine. I could tell. Well, I'm not regular black. I'm Haitian. If you don't know what that is, yeah, it's a shithole. But it's from a third world country. If you live in Florida, you should know what Haitian is. And I know you're like, wow, it's different. I talk with an accent. You just can't hear it now. I'm a little. I only talk with an accent when I'm very, very scared. But I'm doing comedy, so I'm cool. But it does help me out when I'm scared. Like I went to an urban club. I'm gonna say that for y'all. An urban nightclub. No, it was. Okay, you have been there. I was in there, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I was in this urban establishment, and I'm dancing, doing my 1-2s, and I bumped this gentleman, and he was mad. He's like, "What you doing?" So I turned Haitian quick. I was like, "What do you mean what I am doing?" He got scared and bought me a drink. So I figured, oh, this mic can really work. Like when my girlfriend and I get into an argument, she's like, "I'm tired of you." I turn Haitian quick. "Baby, I am tired of me too. If I wasn't me, I would leave myself." No, don't. She never leaves. Are y'all ready for your last and best comedian of the night? He is a friend that I really don't like that much, but he's my friend. He's gonna be at my one of my shows tomorrow. I'm gonna get him high for the first time. Please put your hand together right now for Mike Hurley.
Keep it going for Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for Jersey. He's got to get going. The last buses are running, so there's that. Wow. Thank you so much for coming out tonight and be a part of this. This is so special. I'm just happy to be back down south. I just came off the road. I was up north. I was doing some shows in Hartford, Connecticut. And here's the thing about Northerners. They're not nice. They're not. I was on stage. All I said on stage was, "Hey guys, it gets pretty cold up here. I'm from Florida, and we've had some cold winters too lately. Like this winter, we got down to 38 degrees. Someone said, 'Fuck you, you don't know cold.'" All right, first of all, calm down. It's not a competition. Second of all, you chose to live by the North Pole. That's on you, Kris Kringle, all right? But here's the real issue I have. Just because I'm from the South, I can't have a bad winter? That seems ridiculous, right? Like, what happens up there in the North when it gets cold? Oh, it snows, they lose power. You know what happens in South Florida when it drops below 40 degrees? The iguanas in the trees freeze up, fall out of the trees. The lizards in the trees go into a coma, fall out of the trees. What's happening? You had to shovel your car out? Yeah, is it raining baby dinosaurs where you're from? No? Then shut the fuck up. You can't handle winter where I'm from, all right, motherfucker? It's iguana-geddon down there. You can't scoop that shit away with a shovel. They come back. Tell me. I'm just waiting for one of my New York friends to like post like, hey, it's a windy day, lost my umbrella. I lost the roof of a house, motherfucker. Category 5, I was drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon on the porch, not bitching about it on Facebook. They don't get it. It's tough down here, man. It's tough. I just found this out recently. I found out that we're not supposed to lie to our children anymore. Like, I didn't know. Who here was raised to believe in Santa Claus? Like, who grew up believing Santa? I raised my children to believe in Santa. My friends are like, oh, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, what do you mean we don't do that anymore? They're like, that's lying to your children. How can you lie to your children? I'm like, it's really easy. They're young. They're stupid. They don't know anyone to fact check me. It's not like they have the Wi-Fi password they can't Google. My word is law in my house. If I say it, it's a fact in the Hurley household. Okay? They're like, well, what are you going to do when you have to tell them Santa's not real? I'm like, oh, I'm never doing that. They're like, what? How are they going to find out? I'm like, real simple. They're going to walk downstairs one Christmas. There's no presents under the tree. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I guess you were both fucking assholes this year. I guess that's what happened. Yeah. Maybe Santa wants to know what happened to the cat. I haven't seen that thing in 2 weeks. Maybe Santa needs to see a body or a grave before we open stockings today. How about that? You know? Lie to your children. In fact, here's the thing. I grew up poor. I didn't know we were poor because my parents did a great job lying to us, all right? I didn't know we were poor until I got into high school, went over to my friends' houses, found out they had shit I had never heard of before, you know? I went to my friend Robbie's house one time, freshman year. His mom's like, hey, Mike, would you like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I'm like, whoa. Peanut butter and jelly? Like, can you do that? Like, what are you, the Rockefellers? You're just going to put two... Robbie, what's your dad do for a living? He's a janitor. I'm like, I don't care how much schooling it takes. I'm going to be a janitor when I grow up. My kids are going to maybe get some marshmallow. I don't know. Lie to your children, you know? This is the best time in their lives. And they should be ignorant and naive of all the things going on in the world. I hate when I meet parents who are like, oh, I tell my kids everything. I don't lie to them. They know how much we pay rent. I'm like, fuck that. No, lie to your kids. They should grow up young, ignorant. Like, if my kids knew everything that was going on in the world today with, like, the scary stuff with Russia and Syria, they'd walk around drinking whiskey and crying all day like I do, all right? They could do it because they're Irish, but it's not a good look on a 7-year-old, all right? They could handle it. They shouldn't have to, is my point. You know, lie to your children all the time. If you're a parent, you've already lied to your kids at one point. I lied to my 7-year-old last week. He came up to me, he's like, Daddy, we were studying about astronauts in school today. Do you think if I want to, someday I could be an astronaut? I gave him the parent line. I'm like, buddy, you work hard enough? Did you snort because you know what bullshit this is coming? You work hard enough? You want it bad enough? You can be anything you want to be in this world. I told him that with a straight face. I lied to my child in the eyes because that's our job, support their dreams, and then when they go for them, be like, well, that was a stupid dream, you know? Why would you do that, you know? Lie to them. If I was going to be honest, I'd come off sounding like a real dick. Like, Daddy, can I be an astronaut when I grow up? Probably not, buddy. Probably not. Why not? Well, for starters, your daddy tells iguana jokes for a living. And your mommy thought the sun and the moon were the same thing till she was 13. Yeah. She thought the sun dimmed at night, caught on fire again in the morning. And nobody loved her enough to tell her differently. Well, what can I be when I grow up? That's a great question. You know how sometimes when we go to the gas station, Daddy lets you pump? They pay you to do that in New Jersey. Yeah, you can make $1 or $2 up there. Yeah, make a good living, get a tip, squeegee the window. No one knows about that, right? I do have 2 kids. I'm very blessed. I have 2 kids. I got a 7-year-old I love with my whole heart. I have a 4-year-old I don't like. Now, he's a real piece of shit. If you met him, you'd be on my side in this. Yeah. And here's the thing. He's been an asshole his entire life, like all 4 years, like never took a day off, you know? I came home, he was 6 months old, he was breastfeeding. He stopped, looked at me, winked, went back to breastfeeding. Who does that? What kind of cocky, look, I think we can all agree, one rule in this world is you don't wink at another man when you have that man's wife's tit in your mouth. You don't do it. It's bad behavior. Family or not, unacceptable, all right? You don't do it. I'm glad I got 2 boys, though. Glad I got 2 boys. I think every man wants a son, you know. I got 2, and I don't like the second one. So I think of him as spare parts for the one I do like, you know. He's like my second string backup son. He's on the bench right now. He's not seeing a lot of attention from me. But if the first son goes down, wants to become a woman when he turns 18, I got another son ready to go. And that's always a good thing. Have a plan, you know. You ever see that guy in the mall who wants a son really bad, but you don't think it's going to work out for him? You know, he's always walking through. It's him, his pregnant wife, behind them on leashes, 6 little girls exactly 9 months apart. Yeah, that wasn't his dream when he was growing up, all right? That's a guy who doesn't know when to back away from a slot machine when it's not paying off. That's what that is. Look, you got all cherries and no jackpot. Life isn't working for you, all right? My buddy's one of those guys. Toughest guy I know. Played varsity football all 4 years. Got out, joined the Marines. Came home, became a police officer. Nowadays, he fights mixed martial arts in his spare time just for fun. He hunts, he fishes, he owns every gun known to man. And despite all this, he doesn't feel like a real man because he never had a son to carry on his name. They tried, ended up with 3 little girls. And those little girls are all teenagers now. And with his background, as you can imagine, he is very protective of those 3 little girls. He's always telling me, he's like, Mike, I feel bad for the man who wants to date one of my daughters. I feel sorry for the guy who puts hands on one of my little girls. I'm like, yeah, me too, Steve, because they're ugly as fuck. Like, seriously, they're not good-looking women. Like, you would never be, oh, there goes a handsome young lass. You're like, who the hell left the gate open at the zoo? What the hell is going on in this cul-de-sac? We need to call animal control to the cops. They need to get shower tased. They cannot be just roaming around. I have 2 kids and only one's a backup. This isn't going to work for me. I have no spare parts. Did you just snort? I've done my job tonight. That's all I needed. Just one snort. Yeah. I'll tell you this. Last week, Mama Bear took Lucifer shopping. Left me. Yeah, his name's Lucifer. It's a great Christian name that doesn't get used nearly enough, you know. I don't know why you Bible thumpers have a problem with it, you know. We call him Lou in public, but he knows. He knows. Last week, Mama Bear took Lucifer shopping and left me home with the 7-year-old while he was taking a nap. Heard a noise come from his room when he was supposed to be sleeping, so I went upstairs to check on him. Sure enough, he was sleeping, but he was so still, parents, you'll recognize this, I didn't know if he was breathing or not. So I did this move. I went over and put my hand on his back to see if he was breathing, and he was, which is good, because this is the one I love. But I thought to myself, where did I learn how to do this, you know? I never took a parenting class. I mean, I was court-ordered, but I didn't show up. Who's got time, you know? So where did I learn this is how you check if a child's breathing while it sleeps? Then I remembered my mother used to do this to me and my 2 kids, me and my 2 brothers when we were kids. And the way I found that out is I was still awake one night, long after she sent me to bed. I didn't want to get in trouble for being awake, so I pretended to be asleep. Heard her come in, felt her put her hand on my back, realized she was checking to see if I was breathing. So the next time she came in the room, I was still awake. I thought to myself, oh yes, why wouldn't you? She came in, put her hand on my back, I held my breath. She moved her hand a little bit further, I just kept holding my breath. For 30 seconds, her hand went up and down the entire length of my body, looking for any sign of life, but I just kept laying still, holding my breath. After 45 seconds, I was about to start laughing and tell her it was a joke. But right before I could, she leaned in and said, 1 down, 2 to go. I was so scared, I just kept holding my breath. I didn't know what else to do, you know? Took off like a bolt, you know? I don't know. I thought she was playing, but the next morning I went out and there was no place saying for me at the breakfast table. I was like, well played, miss. Long childhood ahead. Noted. You guys have been a lot of fun so far tonight, and we have a very special treat for you to end the evening. First of all, give a round of applause to all the comedians you saw tonight donating their time coming out. They all did an excellent job. After the show, sometimes comedians have like T-shirts or CDs or stuff like that, and I don't have any of that. So tonight after the show, I'll be selling this. It's my watch. Times are tough. A lot of watches nowadays come with glow-in-the-dark faces or hands so you can read them at night. This one doesn't. So if you need to read this one at night, it actually comes in with a built-in light. Yeah, I know. Every woman went, how stupid, but every guy went, how much? Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about this watch. Yes, it's a real watch. It tells time. Yes, it's real lighter, butane refillable. No, you'll never feel more like James Bond in your life than when you can produce a blowtorch from a working timepiece. Yeah. Well, if you get kidnapped, you can Liam Neeson your way out, save the girl. You're going to be a goddamn hero. It's worth it just for that, you know? Best part, I don't even smoke. I don't. I just wear this whenever I bump into one of those younger kids, and he's got like an $800 Apple smartwatch, and he's telling me the thousands of things his watch can do. I'm like, that's cute, sweetheart. Can you do this? $800 you can't burn down your first wife's house? What the fuck was the point, you know? Money not well spent. So pick one of these up. They're fun, they're useful, they're only $20. They make a great gift for the firefighter in your family, the biker in your family, or just the guy who likes to burn random shit at random times, all right? They're a lot of fun, they're useful. This is also fun and useful. I like to use this whenever I go out to the bar, come sign, pay the tab at the end of the night. I just open up my wallet and yeah. And while the bartender's freaking out, I'm like, chill out, it's cool, I got money to burn. I know. Some of you are like, Mike, why would you want to carry a wallet that sets itself on fire? Better question. Why would you not want to carry a wallet that sets itself on fire? Think of the fun you're going to have with this next time you're online at Walmart or the grocery store and that line's not moving fast enough. Start this up. Slower people tend to move out of the way. Especially the older ones here in Florida. You put it right next to their oxygen tank. They're going to fucking move, all right? I guarantee it. 10 feet every direction, perfect circle. You throw like a grenade, jump back, you're going to be fine. And don't feel bad for her. She brought like 30 items into the 10 item lane. Bitch kind of had it coming, all right? So it's fun, it's useful. It is my real wallet. It's also real fire, and because of that, there's some do's and don'ts I got to go over with you ever since the incident and the attorney last year. So here we go. Do this for your friends. It will blow them away. Don't do this for your friends at the gas station. It will blow them away, all right? Ladies, for the man you love, he's going to love one of these. For the man you hate, take out the directions, hope for the worst. Now, if you don't get one of these from me tonight, I will not be disappointed in you. My two beautiful, starving children, one of which I love, will not be disappointed in you. You will be disappointing yourself. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow. Next Tuesday, 2:30 in the morning, you're driving home after a couple drinks over the legal limit. Cop pulls you over, asks if he may see your driver's license. If you are going down anyway, why not go down in flames? Yeah. Maybe he'll find it funny too and let you out your ticket. Or maybe he'll taser you. That's what they do in Mobile, Alabama. Yeah. Just to let you know, tasering only hurts up to the first 200 volts. After that, it tickles. That's why you pee yourself. You're laughing so damn hard. All right? So if you want one, see me after the show. I'll be at a table right back there. If you want to be my friend on Facebook or Twitter, I love meeting new people. Grab my card. I'll be right back there with your host tonight, Mr. Mitch Silver. If you are a single lady looking to make a huge mistake tonight, I'll be right back there with Mitch Silver. If you're an older dude with a lot of money who can keep a secret from time to time, I think I mentioned a few times, Mitch Silver's going to be over there. Give it a shot, all right? Folks, my name's Mike Hurley. Thank you so much for letting me play with you tonight. Thank you for coming out and support for Mr. Mitch Silver.
Thank you, Mike Hurley, everybody. At this time, we have a special tribute we'd like to do for the Parkland victims. We have a tribute to them and the March of Our Lives movement. We're in a shared moment of history right now, and we have a prayer. You know, it's not about prayers; it's about action at this point. And there's a song that I wrote with Joseph Allen White, I co-wrote, called "Enough," straight from Parkland. It's going to be the world live premiere right here. But first, this is called. Thank you. This is called A Requiem for Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Allen White with the world premiere of Enough, straight from Parkland.
Kissed you goodbye, sent you on your way. There's no way of knowing. That's the last I'd see your face. I just raised you up high. Everything is down here in Parkland, this quiet American town. Here in Parkland, this quiet American town. Your thoughts and your prayers never enough. Your grief, your despair, it ain't enough to say that you care. It just ain't enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. When I heard their young voices rise up to speak, I began to believe that we don't have to stay so weak. And the next generation is starting to lead. They refuse to let any more warriors bleed. Your thoughts and your prayers are never enough. Your grief, your despair, it just ain't enough to say that you care. It just ain't enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. A monster of life rises up on our face. A new revolution is ready to sound. Straight from Parkland, this quiet American town. Straight from Parkland, this quiet American town.
Here's an encore with Joseph Allen White, everybody. One more time for Joseph Allen White. He'll be selling CDs. 100% is going to go to the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Victims Fund and March for Our Lives. He could autograph them after. We have exactly 20 of them. We'd love for you to help as you continue your support. Thank you so much. And we've got an encore for you.
So we're just going to do this real intimate, no music, no mics, no nothing.
One more round of applause for all the comedians to entertain you guys tonight. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for coming out to Comics for Parkland. We're going to continue the fight. Thank you.